Beyond the soulful melodies and iconic harmonies of the Temptations lies the personal story of Eddie Kendricks, a man whose distinctive falsetto captivated millions. From his humble beginnings in Alabama to his meteoric rise to fame, Kendricks' life was a blend of triumph and tragedy. This video delves into the personal life of this legendary singer, exploring the women who shared his journey. We'll look beyond the music, uncovering the love stories and relationships that shaped the man behind the voice. Diana Ross. The dynamic between Diana Ross and Eddie Kendricks is a chapter in Motown history, as captivating as the music itself. Ross, often hailed as the supreme diva, wielded an undeniable influence within the Supremes, her power evident in the group's evolution. Yet, beneath the glamorous exterior lay a complex individual, fueled by ambition and a competitive spirit. Rumors of a romantic involvement between Ross and Kendricks have added layers of intrigue to their story. While neither party ever confirmed the relationship, their undeniable chemistry on and off stage hinted at a deeper connection. Their paths converged early on at Cass Technical High School, where they shared a passion for music that would shape their destinies. From the bustling classrooms of Detroit to the glittering world of Motown, their journeys intertwined. Both rising stars under the same label, their worlds collided frequently. They even collaborated on the Grammy award-winning duet, I'm Gonna Make You Love Me, which showcased their dynamic partnership in the music industry. Beyond their work, they supported each other personally. Ross provided emotional support to Kendricks during his battles with addiction, while Kendricks mentored her when she decided to pursue a solo career. Rumors of their romantic involvement were not surprising to their fans, given their close history. The idea that Diana Ross sought to distance herself from Kendricks and the rest of the Supremes only fueled her image as ambitious and driven. According to accounts, Kendricks pursued Diana Ross romantically. Kendricks' daughter mentioned that they started dating in their early days, although they never made their relationship public. Fans have often criticized Ross for not disclosing the relationship, viewing her as someone relentlessly focused on achieving stardom. In 2015, Gladys Knight shared that Diana Ross's ambition showed in her actions. During an interview on Sway's Universe, Knight talked about being taken off a tour, possibly due to pressure from Ross. Knight's group often opened for the Supremes, which created some competition. She remembered getting a call from Berry Gordy, the CEO of Motown, who told her that their performances were causing problems for his star, Diana Ross. This news came after Knight noticed Ross watching her from behind the curtain. Knight said that despite the competition, she always treated Ross well, even though she knew Ross wasn't happy with her. At that time, there were rumors that Diana Ross was dating Berry Gordy, leading people to think Ross used her influence to get Knight off the tour. Indeed, Diana Ross herself acknowledged Berry Gordy's significant role in her career. In a 1973 interview with Rolling Stone, Ross expressed gratitude for Gordy's guidance, stating, "I'm very lucky to have Berry. He decides what's best for me to do. I give him total responsibility for those decisions." Reciprocally, Gordy openly expressed his love for Ross, underscoring the depth of their relationship. According to Williams, Kendricks romantically pursued Diana Ross of the Supremes. This claim is supported by Kendricks' daughter, who affirmed that the couple dated during their early days, choosing to keep their relationship private. Fans often directed blame at Diana Ross for this secrecy, perceiving her as driven solely by a relentless ambition for stardom. Gladys Knight's 2015 interview on Sway's Universe lends further insight. Knight suggested that Ross's ambition was evident in her actions. Knight recounted an incident where her group, which often opened for the Supremes, was removed from a tour. Knight noticed Ross peeking at her from behind the theater curtain, and she later received a call from Berry Gordy, the CEO of Motown, informing her that their performances were causing trouble for Diana Ross, his star act. Knight revealed that despite the competition, she had always treated Ross well, even though she knew Ross wasn't fond of her. During that time, rumors circulated about a romantic relationship between Diana Ross and Berry Gordy, leading to speculation that Ross used her influence to have Knight's group removed from the tour. In a 1973 interview with Rolling Stone, Ross expressed gratitude for Gordy's guidance, stating, "I'm very lucky to have Berry. He decides what's best for me to do. I give him total responsibility for those decisions." Reciprocally, Gordy openly expressed his love for Ross, emphasizing the depth of their connection. In a 2008 interview with Vanity Fair, Gordy shed light on their special bond, saying, "She was my star, and we came up together. Working with her was not only fun, but just like heaven. She always surpassed expectations and maintained her self-esteem. She'd tell me, 'If you think it, I can do it,' and she always delivered." While the world was captivated by the harmonies of the Supremes and the Temptations, behind the scenes, a web of personal connections and rivalries was unfolding. Beyond the rumored romance between Diana Ross and Eddie Kendricks, other relationships within the Motown family added layers of complexity to the narrative. Mary Wilson, a founding member of the Supremes, revealed in her memoir a romantic involvement with Kendricks, a revelation that painted a more intricate picture of the interpersonal dynamics within the music label. Moreover, the power dynamics within the Supremes, with Diana Ross often at the center, became a subject of scrutiny. Mary Wilson's public accounts of feeling overshadowed by Ross, coupled with Berry Gordy's candid admission of favoring Diana, painted a portrait of a group fraught with internal tensions. The question of whether Ross leveraged her relationship with Gordy for personal gain remains a topic of speculation, fueled by rumors and innuendos. Tony Turner's book, Deliver Us from Temptation, offered a glimpse into the inner workings of the Temptations, hinting at potential romantic entanglements among the group members. The close bond between Eddie Kendricks and David Ruffin, as described by Turner, further complicated the narrative. The dynamics within Motown extended beyond the harmonious sounds that captivated audiences. The rivalry between Diana Ross and David Ruffin is perhaps the most well-documented clash within the Motown family. Their iconic Ed Sullivan Show performance became a battleground, with Ruffin determined to outshine Ross. This public display of tension underscored the underlying competition and resentment that simmered beneath the surface. While the relationship between Ross and Kendricks appeared more cordial, the shadow of Diana Ross's influence loomed large. Her close ties with Berry Gordy, the Motown mastermind, fueled speculation about her role in shaping the label's trajectory. The decision to prioritize Ross often led to resentment among other artists, including Mary Wilson. Despite the complexities and controversies, it's essential to remember that these individuals were also human beings, navigating the pressures of fame and the music industry. The enduring friendship between Diana Ross and Eddie Kendricks serves as a poignant reminder that even amidst the storm of ambition and competition, genuine human connections can prevail. Ultimately, the Motown era was a tapestry woven with threads of talent, ambition, and complexity. The relationships between these iconic figures continue to fascinate and inspire, offering a glimpse into the human cost of achieving stardom. Patricia, Pat, Kendrick. As Eddie Kendricks focused on his solo career, he found love and stability with his second wife, Patricia Pat Kendrick. Eddie and Pat's relationship brought him happiness and a sense of calm. They shared a deep and supportive bond, facing the challenges of the music industry together. Eddie's love for Pat was evident in his music, with soulful ballads like Intimate Friends and Just Memories pouring straight from his heart. However, even the strongest of relationships face trials, and Eddie and Patricia were no exception. The pressures of fame, the temptations of the industry, and the difficulties of long distance took their toll. Sadly, these challenges led to their divorce in 1975, despite the deep connection they once shared. Mary Wilson. The stories of Eddie Kendricks and Mary Wilson, two iconic figures in the world of Motown, are often told in broad strokes. Their paths crossed during the height of their music careers, creating a narrative that is both captivating and complex. Hailing from Detroit, both Kendricks and Wilson found their destinies intertwined with the burgeoning Motown sound. While they never shared the stage as musical collaborators, their personal and professional journeys intersected in the vibrant tapestry of the label. It was in this shared milieu that the seeds of a relationship were sown. Mary Wilson, a founding member of the Supremes, offers a glimpse into the nature of their connection in her memoir. She describes a brief romantic involvement with Kendricks, a member of the Temptations. Their relationship, however, was not the defining chapter of their story. It is important to note that while their romantic entanglement was fleeting, their bond extended beyond the confines of personal affection. The music industry of the 1960s was a crucible that forged intense rivalries and unexpected alliances. The Supremes and the Temptations, often pitted against each other in a battle for chart supremacy, were also bound by a shared experience. Their journeys, marked by triumphs and challenges, were mirrored reflections of each other. As the decade progressed, the dynamics within both groups shifted. The Supremes underwent a transformation with Diana Ross taking center stage, while the Temptations grappled with internal tensions. These changes inevitably impacted the relationship between Kendricks and Wilson. While the exact circumstances of their separation remain somewhat shrouded in the mists of time, it is evident that their paths diverged. Kendricks embarked on a solo career, finding both critical acclaim and commercial success. Wilson, on the other hand, continued her journey with the Supremes and later pursued a solo career. The relationship between Eddie Kendricks and Mary Wilson is a fascinating chapter in the annals of Motown history. Their connection, marked by both personal and professional intersections, serves as a reminder of the complex interplay of love, ambition, and artistry that defined this era. While their romantic involvement was brief, their shared experiences as pioneers of soul music left an enduring legacy. Martha Reeves. The relationship between Eddie Kendricks and Martha Reeves is a captivating tale of love and music, set against the vibrant backdrop of the Motown era. During a time when Motown records reigned supreme, these two talented individuals found themselves drawn together, their paths intertwining in a symphony of harmony and soul. The result was a beautiful melody of romance and collaboration that has left an indelible mark on the history of Motown and beyond. Born into a musical family in Eufaula, Alabama in 1941, Martha Reeves was one of 11 children who harmonized their way through childhood. Their home was filled with the sounds of gospel, a foundation that would shape her future. The family's move to Detroit soon after Martha's birth planted her in a city brimming with musical energy. Her vocal talents were nurtured in the choir of the Metropolitan AME Church, where her grandfather served as pastor. Encouraged by her high school vocal teacher, she began performing solo under the name Martha LaVale and as part of a group called the Delphis. A turning point came when she won a talent contest, leading to a gig at the prestigious Detroit nightclub, the 20 Grand. It was here that fate intervened. Motown's sharp-eyed talent scout, William "Mickey" Stevenson, was captivated by Reeves's powerful voice and magnetic stage presence. Recognizing raw talent, he extended an invitation that would change her life forever. With an audacious spirit, Martha Reeves walked into Hitsville, USA in 1961, armed with nothing but talent and determination. Initially hired as a receptionist to answer the bustling phones, her powerful voice couldn't be ignored. Soon she was lending her vocals as a backup singer for the legendary Marvin Gaye. Her destiny, however, lay in the spotlight. Alongside Rosalind Ashford and Annette Beard, Reeves formed Martha and the Vandellas in 1963. The name, a clever blend of Detroit's Van Dyke Street and her idol Della Reese, was the first step towards their meteoric rise. Under the guidance of the legendary Holland Dozier Holland songwriting team, the group ignited the charts with hits like Come and Get These Memories and the infectious Heat Wave. Their crowning glory, however, was the timeless anthem Dancing in the Street, a song that continues to fill dance floors decades later. The group's reign at Motown was a whirlwind, but the music industry is notoriously fickle. With Motown's relocation to Los Angeles in 1971, Martha and the Vandellas parted ways, and Reeves embarked on a solo career. The group, called Martha Reeves and the Vandellas from 1967 to 1972, became tremendously popular, and Reeves received many honors, including the Pioneer Award from the Rhythm and Blues Foundation, the Spirit of Detroit Award, and the Dick Clark American Soul Award. She has also been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. Reeves served on the Detroit City Council from 2005-2009, then returned to her singing career, singing alone, or at times with the Vandellas, her two sisters Lois and Delphine. She is an unofficial ambassador for the Motown Museum and its legacy. According to the insights of Otis Williams, a close confidant of Kendricks, their bond transcended mere professional camaraderie. As two of Motown's most celebrated artists, the Temptations' Eddie Kendricks and Martha Reeves of the Vandellas shared a world that was both exhilarating and demanding. Their paths converged frequently within the hallowed halls of Motown studios, where the magic of music was crafted. These shared experiences provided the fertile ground for their romantic connection to blossom. Their love story, however, was tempered by the relentless pressures of their careers. The demands of touring, recording, and maintaining the public image of pop icons inevitably strained their relationship. Despite their deep affection for one another, the realities of their demanding lifestyles ultimately led to their parting ways. Willie Ruth. Eddie Kendricks and Willie Ruth were childhood sweethearts who shared a bond forged in the heart of Alabama. Their teenage years were filled with dreams of a future together, a future where their paths would intertwine seamlessly. However, fate had a different plan in store. Eddie's extraordinary vocal talent propelled him into the dazzling world of music stardom as a member of the Temptations. The intoxicating allure of fame, complete with adoring fans and endless opportunities, began to cast a long shadow over their once idyllic relationship. The demanding schedule of touring and recording, an inherent part of the music industry, placed immense strain on their bond. Distance, a relentless adversary in any relationship, exacerbated the challenges they faced. As the gap between their lives widened, their love story began to unravel. The pressures of maintaining a long-distance relationship, coupled with the intense scrutiny of the public eye, proved to be insurmountable obstacles. Ultimately, their hearts, though deeply connected, were forced to part ways. Their story serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities and sacrifices often required when love intersects with the pursuit of stardom. Azizi Johari. Born Azizi Johari on August 24, 1948, in the vibrant tapestry of New York City, her life was a journey of constant motion. The daughter of a military man, she spent her formative years as a nomadic soul, following her father's postings. Eventually, the family found a home in Seattle, where she blossomed into a young woman with a passion for both academics and the arts. Her creative spirit found expression in music, as she formed a singing group called The Marvels with friends. Though their single, Call Me Back, only made a modest ripple, it was a testament to her early ambition. The pull of the city led her to San Francisco, where she traded the classroom for the skies, working as a stewardess for United Airlines. Yet, the allure of performance persisted. She immersed herself in the thriving theater scene, joining the Black Arts West group and honing her craft in productions like A Raisin in the Sun. This stage experience became a launchpad, propelling her into the world of film with an uncredited role in the 1974 action thriller MCQ. Seeking a name that reflected her heritage and ambition, She adopted the pseudonym Azizi Johari, meaning precious jewel in Swahili. Her striking beauty and confident demeanor were on full display in the 1973 poster Supernatural Dream, where she commanded attention with an enormous afro and a serene posture. This iconic image caught the eye of entertainment luminaries, including the legendary Sammy Davis Jr., who invited her to join his electrifying stage show. A pivotal moment arrived in 1975 when Azizi graced the pages of Playboy magazine as the Playmate of the Month for June. Her appearance pushed boundaries and challenged conventional beauty standards. The following year, she further solidified her status as a cultural icon by posing nude for the cover of Leon Ware's album, Musical Massage. With each milestone, Azizi Johari was rapidly ascending the ladder of fame, her star burning brighter than ever. Azizi Johari's star was rapidly ascending. Her name became a familiar sight in publications catering to the African-American community, gracing the covers of Jet and Players multiple times between 1978 and 1980. Her striking figure with measurements that turned heads also opened doors to television appearances and minor film roles during this period. With her statuesque 5'6" frame and undeniable charisma, she was becoming a sought-after presence on both the small and big screens. However, not all ventures met with success. A planned role in the science fiction suspense film Assassins in Time, announced in 1979, ultimately failed to materialize, leaving a question mark on her filmography. The year was 1977, when destiny orchestrated a chance encounter between Eddie and Johari at a glittering industry event. Amidst the dazzling lights and vibrant atmosphere, their eyes met, and an undeniable spark ignited. Eddie, captivated by Johari's radiant beauty and magnetic charm, was instantly smitten. It was as if the world around them faded into obscurity, leaving only the two of them in a shared universe of attraction. Driven by an irrepressible desire, Eddie pursued Johari with a fervor that mirrored the city's electric energy. As their relationship blossomed, they found solace and companionship in each other's arms. Their bond deepened, becoming an anchor in the tumultuous sea of their respective careers. The demands of their professions often cast long shadows, necessitating painful periods of separation. Yet their love proved resilient, weathering the storms of distance and time. A testament to their unwavering commitment, their relationship stood as a beacon of hope and stability in their otherwise chaotic lives. So that is all for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.